Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. We are going to keep pressing forward on our little adventure here and go to the Royal Woodlands. We're going to take this one here that gives us 14 artifacts, 14 parts, and some food. I am upping the difficulty to veteran, so we're going to see exactly how bad I am. And we have punishing severity with only one benefit and 4 detriments. Uh, Bandit cap means there will be no trading allowed in this game at all. And Gift of the Woodlands is a good condition. It gives us more lumber, but we're not going to have anybody to trade the excess to, so it doesn't really matter. I am going to go with the human and beaver caravan because I'm hoping we get some sort of farm field. I have not bought the meta progression yet that would let me always get the small farm. That is definitely high on my list, and I'll actually probably buy it after this map. But that would then always provide me with a small farm. I wouldn't have to worry about gambling to get it. So let's go ahead and, well, I'd have to like buy it with this, which I can't do because I don't have enough points. So it's kind of like a I gotta get multiple things. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at what we can do here. I'll get the royal permit, and then I'll get some. I feel like roots are usually pretty available on the map. I can't bring clay with me because I don't have as many points. I'll go ahead and I think food's probably always a safe bet. So let's go ahead and embark and see what type of nightmare awaits us. Okay, so salty breeze, food production speed was increased by 80% during drizzle, which is, yeah, whatever. Food gets made faster. Maximus. So we can't sacrifice as much, which I honestly forget to sacrifice stuff all the time, so it doesn't really matter. Swarms, -2 penalty to resolve unless they have housing. This is at stage 3. They will gain hunger effect, which I don't know what exactly that does, but I suppose we're gonna find out. And then at 5, which I'm hoping we'll be done with the map before we get close to that, it'll start killing our villagers if we don't have services. So we need services, we need housing. We'll have to stay on top of that. There's no trading, so that's going to be pretty significant. Blight, Rot, and Corruption will probably be a thing this time around because of the difficulty level, so we're going to have to be a little bit cautious about that and put some effort into preventing that or reducing the risk of that. Let's go ahead and choose our buildings. So, I'm very likely going to want a cookhouse. So I will go ahead and pick that. I do want I want to hold out for a better option, but simple tools to start is good too. It's a toss up between these two. I think I'll go carpenter. It's probably for the best because I did not see a way to get 3-star planks this time around anyway. So leaning between probably not crystallized dew. Maybe the scribe for ale and scrolls. Fabric could be useful as well. 3-star fabric's kind of always a good thing. Really torn between these two. I think I'll take the chance of... I'll reduce the risk of not getting any sort of ale. Let's go ahead and look. The no stonecutters camp. Harvester camp can start picking that stuff. We do a scavenger camp over here. Start getting the eggies. Let's go ahead and put that down. We do need some shelter, so let's go ahead and at least pop them down. Get that going. We don't need to build a trader because we can't trade anyway. So at least that's out of the mix. We could build our blight rot post. We're not obviously using it at the moment, but I'll build it just to have it created so I don't forget about it. Let's go ahead and build our woodcutters camp up here, and then we'll slap down our production buildings, our makeshift post, and our crude workstation down here. I don't think, well, I'll put a rain collector down here. I don't think we're gonna need it, but I'd rather have it than not have it. We'll build a carpenter probably up here once we clear out a little bit of space. And then let's look at what's around us here. So we got a couple tiny glades here, a couple tiny glades here. So let's go ahead and plan on chipping into that pretty quickly, and then maybe clearing out some space here to do some buildings. I do want to up the priority of getting the woodcutters camp built. That is my higher priority. And let's go ahead and unpause, put it to speed 3, and get started on this this process here. All right, let's go ahead and put our beaver boys into the woodcutters huts because they are the best at chopping. At least we get some form of benefit from that, and I'll take that. All right, and then I think what we have to be careful of, we're already at 1, hostility 1. So the packs of provisions would be nice if I was doing trading. But we're not doing any trading, so it's pretty much pointless. I'm gonna go with well-rested workers. And let's go ahead and look at our first orders. So build shelter, which I'm going to do anyway. Get wood, which I'm going to do anyway. Will give me planks, mushrooms, and some villagers. I don't know if I want a lot of villagers, so I think we'll go with this. Because we're gonna make planks. We'll get a refund on the planks, and we'll get fabric and bricks, which are going to be used for building more advanced buildings anyway. So I do not have a problem with that at all. I don't need amber for anything but rerolls, so there's not much incentive to get it. However, that being said, there's no other way to get amber, so if I need amber for a reroll, this could be a good option for me. So I think I will go with that route. Even though I have to build something that is kind of pointless in a way. I'm going to go ahead and choose this for extra flower production, because I'm going to need to build the housing anyway, because everybody needs a house to keep hostility to forest down. So doesn't really matter one way or the other anyway. Put a couple humans in there. We'll slap a beaver in here, leave 1 human available to build some additional buildings. We're getting the houses going. All right, we are in our first glade. We do have sea marrow deposits. We have fertile soil, which is likely to be helpful in the future. Not necessarily right now, but, you know, at some point. Let's go ahead and just chop all these trees down. I kind of want to free up some space up here as well for the sake of building. And then as soon as I move these, I'll build the, what you call it? Carpenter. All right, let's go ahead and move this a little bit over here. Let's move this up here. Rotate that. I'm gonna build the little road back here. And let's go ahead and slap the carpenter down, even if we're not actively utilizing it at the moment, because we need planks to build it to begin with. So let's try to get this makeshift post and this crude workstation up and running so we can start hammering out some of these projects. We have the lumber for it, so we might as well. All right, we are trimming up some of the trees here that need to be trimmed up. I think we'll start with... Maybe we'll... we kind of need the food, so I don't really want to take anybody out of here. I'll wait till the next cycle before I start worrying about putting anybody in here. Yeah. Let's look at what's going on here. We haven't really gained blight rot yet, so we're fine for now. Harvester camp. There's nothing nearby, so we might as well take the people out of that. Everybody has a home at the moment, although it's not specific to their race. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our options. Let's get some beaver boys. Blight extractor. Extracting amber from blight rot cysts. Every infected building generates but adds hostility. Yeah, we don't want hostility. I don't like these take and give ones, so I'm gonna re-roll. I think I will choose this, which is just, it's just benefit. It just gives me resources, and I think that's the route I'd prefer to go. I'm gonna go ahead and move these guys over to here. Let's rotate them down. Keep building a path. All right, let's focus on just trimming out these two glades at this point, and hopefully they can get that done. Let's put a couple humans in here, get these eggs gathered quicker. And then the sooner we get into this glade, the better. I do need to, I don't have anything to build on here yet, but I do still want to clear that out to make room for when we do get something that we are able to build there. I think human resolve would be good. Resolve's kind of what's going to bump me over the edge, I think. Usually is. Human house and biscuits gives even more human resolve and some extra humans, so that's fine with me. I'm pretty confident we'll get packs of crops. Dewberry bush and some mushrooms. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and pop some beavers into here and get started on... Let's go ahead and limit this to like 6 of each. Just so we can start production on this stuff. The other thing I need to do, make sure... Yeah, okay, we're good. We got everything selected that we need to select. I don't think we have any stone, but I'll select it anyway, just in case we get it in like a trade or something, or one of these crates. Okay, so we popped into both those glades. Nothing really there. I would like to start working towards a danger glade, although I'm not going to pop into it at the moment. I don't have enough time to react if there is a negative event that pops up. I need to make sure I can clear it before the storm begins, because the storm gives us negative resolve, and then a lot of the events give negative resolve, and stacking those together would likely leave some pretty bad stuff to transpire. So I think I would rather just avoid that altogether. Let's go ahead and pop some people into here. We're not making anything at the moment, but we could use some roots to start working on that. We need packs of provisions, packs of crops. Provisions. Okay, so we do need some provisions. We could use the berries and the eggs for that, so let's go ahead and do that. I do want to limit it to, let's see, 8 and 4. So let's limit this to 8 and 4. It's good enough for now. I do want to put somebody in here and start working on these planks. I think we could limit that to 50 for the time being. Just get that going. Let's just churn out a bunch of planks so we can start building stuff, particularly beaver houses, because they only require planks and they don't need fabric or anything. All right, as soon as this storm ends, we'll go ahead and tap into this glade. Actually, we could just start working towards that right now. Should be fine. Okay, we are up for a delivery. Let's go ahead and get our first lizard. Woodpecker technique, probably the better of the options. Can't guarantee we're going to even find meat, let alone have the right stuff to harvest it. So I think that will better serve us. We're pretty much guaranteed to have insects now, which can be used for pies and all sorts of other stuff. So certainly think there's a net gain there. Let's go ahead and get some people into here. I think I'll take the amber. Just because the amber will let me re-roll some stuff down the road if I need to. Let's go ahead and I don't need the resolve quite yet. I think I'd prefer to have more villager. Well, I don't really need any of this. I'll take this. I guess resolve's better because I don't need this immediately. So we'll go ahead and get the next building that we need. Okay, we have a lot of options here. This allows us to gather herbs, berries, and mushrooms, which I have seen berries and mushrooms already on the map. This would let us produce crystallized dew in a field, which would then lead to tool production. So I think I will take that, especially because I have a field here, and a field here now, apparently. So let's go ahead and clear this area out, see what that looks like. Move this guy over here. Okay, so we have fertile soil, large destroyed caravan, which is negative resolve. See, that's exactly like I described. Woodcutter can carry additional items, some oil, some eggs, building materials, some amber, but we're not trading. The amber is useful for rerolls, but it's not like super useful. So I think I'd rather keep the goods, and we'll go ahead, just investigate that. That will be perfectly fine and dandy. I would like to build some form of like warehouse up here because we are going to be gathering. In particular, there's a ton of eggs, and we're going to be building like a grove here. So I think this will be a net benefit here. I hope they get this done, because I do not like that that person is unhappy. Let's go ahead and pop another beaver into here. We do need to start making like housing. Let's start with some beaver housing, because that is the most practical to make. We are going to also need some of these like special buildings. I don't need to put that there. Let's move it to here. You do that there. Let's make a little gate in the middle. Can't really tell what direction that's supposed to go in, but we can go ahead and pretend it's this way. Make a little wall there. Should be fine. Go ahead and look at moving this. Is there anything to do with this yet? No, there's not. So we'll just kind of slap it there for now. I would like to get a road going all the way up here. And we will eventually move this once we get this warehouse built all the way out. Lizard resolve is still really low. That should go away once we get some housing freed up. But that's not going to happen immediately. It's going to take some time for these planks to get built. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit happier there. I think we finally... No, we haven't finished this yet. Once this is finished, everything's going to go up by +7, so I'm not overly worried about it, but it is something we kind of have to keep an eye on. We have plenty of wood, so I think it's fine to do purging fire for this. Let's put the lizard in there. That'll make him a little bit happy. Let's limit this to like 20. I think that's fine. Let's look at our next orders. I can't guarantee that we're going to get tablets, but we usually end up seeing something with the tablets. So let's go ahead and choose that. Can't use them for selling, so it doesn't really matter that much. I like the idea of... I need services, so either one of these are good. Because I think they both... Well, this is leisure. But, I don't know if I'm gonna... I think I'd rather have the global resolve and the plus grain in case I ever get a building. So we'll choose that. But we do need to keep an eye out for religion then. So I'll have to keep that in the back of my mind. Let's go ahead and move this guy just a little bit over there. So maybe we can get a grove planted here. And that should at least get this mostly up and running, more or less. I would like to... I could build another grove here, and I might. But I would prefer to get like a small farm and get that going there. But we'll give it some time. We'll see what happens. Packs of crops should be hopefully being produced. No, not currently, because we don't have any resources. So we're definitely gonna have to tap into another glade. Again, not while we're waiting for a storm to pop up, but you know, somewhat soon. We are building some housing. That's where all our planks are currently going, but eventually we're gonna come out ahead, and then we're gonna be able to get more planks. We have plenty of, like I said, plenty of wood, so not too worried about that. Do we have... Yes, we do have people purging fire, so that's fine. Not concerned about that. Pretty much at all. Let's get some spark dew in case we need it for an event. Scavenger camp, you have plenty of eggs to gather here. So let's go ahead and pop you down right there for the time being. And then hopefully we can get these farm fields built and be ready to get something going there as soon as feasible. Okay, so this is as built out as it's going to get. There's no more space there, so I don't need to keep chopping trees over here. Let's look at our next glade that we want to pop into. This one's pretty close, and it's close to this storage unit here. So I think I will maybe move... Is there anything over here anymore? No, that's all pretty trimmed out too. So let's go ahead and move both of these over in this direction, and we will just chop like straight through to there. I will go ahead and clean out some of that just to reduce the amount that has to be chopped. All right, this is a good blend, but I need humans and beavers more than I need lizards, so let's keep that moving in that direction. Here we are, beaver house being built. That should complete that. Yeah, so all of our beavers should be housed now. We do need to start kind of working on human houses. So let's I like to build out a little more in on the sides for the housing. Just because I'd rather leave the space closest to the storage unit, the warehouse, available for production buildings. So let's go ahead and get a path built around here. I'll leave it there in case I want to build something there. And let's take a look at our choices here. Get water skins for every reputation point earned through resolve. +1 global resolve for every 2 impatience points, which, I mean, we definitely have that. I'll go ahead and do that. Just to bump resolve up. It certainly doesn't hurt. I do need to start making some progress here, though. This is getting a little bit concerning because we have impatience building, and it's been building for quite a little while. All right, let's go ahead and finish chopping this out, and then we can go ahead and just dig out a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we got fallen beaver traders. We have a furnace that we could rebuild. Which I suppose will be worth it. Better brick recipe. Got a pie recipe, but that doesn't really matter that much. Speaking of which, I should probably start building some of these buildings. Let's build the scribe here. Let's build the cookhouse over here. I do have the grove up and running. Let's take a look at what we need here. We need some of the blue decorations. Let's go ahead and slap down some flower beds over here. I would like to bring... I'm going to bring the woodcutters back down here for a little while. Just to trim out some more of this area. I need more room to build my housing and stuff around my hearth, and in order to do that, I gotta have some woodcutters down here. So let's go ahead and just do that. And then we need to start putting somebody into this. This will lower beaver resolve by 10 temporarily, but that's fine. Living matter is not necessarily a bad thing. We do have some meat, but we don't currently have a way to harvest it, so it's kind of pointless at the moment. But let's see how things go. Also, sorry, I have a sinus infection right now, so I'm kind of coughing, clearing my throat a lot. All right. We do have something we could turn in here. Let's go ahead and turn that in. Picks of crops are not quite on the menu yet, but hopefully they will be relatively soon. Okay, I don't need scrolls at the moment, but I will for education. Same with ale. Simple tools I don't need to turn on here because I have a better recipe here. I am going to turn on crystallized dew for that. And I don't think I need to limit this because I don't need the crystallized dew for pretty much anything else. So let's go ahead and look at our next order. Rebuild or salvage. Scrolls and a temple. Well, I'm going to need the temple anyway. And I'm going to use the scrolls for that. But I don't know if I'm going to get it. So I have to kind of wait a little bit on that. I don't need oil for anything. I don't really need wine. The flour would be good. So I think the provisioner is a good idea. If, and that's a big if, I get the buildings that would, benefit from that. I don't know if I will. The hope is I will. And I am deliberately kind of trimming out this area in particular, because I do want to pop into this glade next, I think. And there's small glades here too, but I think that's the next large glade I want to pop into. I really do need to get like packs of crops and stuff going, because this is getting a little spooky here. I'm glad that got cleared out before the end. Like, it was close, but I'm glad it got cleared out. I might build a I might build a grove here, at least for now. I could always replace it down the road. I'd rather have something than nothing there. And then I can't really do anything with biscuits at the moment because I don't have any materials to make it. I need flour, I need all the other stuff. So we're gonna have to do some pretty serious soul searching there to make that happen. I need a way to make roots. Need a little bit of everything here. Go ahead and get that. Let's take a look. Gain human resolve for incense. I'm gonna need incense. Hostility reduction would be nice. I'm gonna take the hostility reduction because that's definitely going to be a problem. Okay, and I am at level 2, so I need a service building. I need some more decorations. Let's pop through to this glade. I'm going to reduce the scope of what I'm chopping here to make sure that I kind of just power through this. It's facing in the wrong direction, but I'll fix it after I build this path out. All right, let's go ahead and focus on that. Get through that for the time being. I need to find something to progress here because not quite doing it. I don't know where all the planks are going. They're making planks. I just don't know where they're going. I'm not making oh, maybe I am. Oh, I am accidentally making a bunch of packs of building materials, which is a little silly of me. Let's go ahead and deliver that. That gets us some of the bricks we need that we're not actually making anywhere. All right. Can't tap into that yet. This is Dewberry Bush. Let's see what building I can build here. Small farm. Okay, this solves a lot of my problems. I need this farm going for sure. Let's get this grove up and running as well. Actually, the beavers are better for this? Who knew? All right. Got a temple here. This gives us the ancient tablets that we need. We have just enough tools to do this. I don't want to use the last of my fabric on this, so I will use the tools, even though it's not like my favorite use of tools. The rain mill is probably worth rebuilding. If anything, just because it gets me a little better flour recipe, and now I'm guaranteed to have flour, so I think that's worth doing. I do want to build a what you call it here, storage. So let's go ahead and get started on all that stuff. And then while that's happening, I'm gonna move these choppy boys down here, and let's keep just going through all this stuff here, because this still did not get us roots and did not give us a way to get that going. So let's pop a human into here. We do need to build the farm fields to get that going. Yeah, so they're getting resin and crystallized dew. I almost feel like unchecking the resin and just focusing on the crystallized dew. I don't think resin really does us much good at all. Okay, we do have... Put some beavers in here. Don't need either of those recipes at the moment. And then I do want another human in here to get started on this stuff. We do have some more stuff to chop out there. So I think I will move one of these woodcutters over to this area just to finish trimming that out. Okay, we're into another little glade here. We got a dew bush. Still not finding any I really need some roots is what I need. And I have not yet found that. So we're at a little bit of a crisis at the moment. Ancient tablet, at least I could turn that in and get that out of the way. I probably should have chosen one of these before doing that because I could have progressed this a little bit if that was the one I was going to go with. But I think I'm going to go with this one just because I kind of need to push for religion anyway. So this is tricky because the tavern would be good. It would increase morale. And actually, I think that's what I'm going to go with. But the plantation would be nice too because plant fiber guarantees the ability to... well, plant fiber and berries are both good and usable in a bunch of recipes that I need. So, but I think the tavern just wins out just because I need the service building and everything. So let's go ahead and do that. Is there anything I can do here? There is. I can put somebody in here. Put the lizard boys to work. Do I need this building? Got a better brick recipe, and I haven't found anything yet. At all. So that kind of sucks, but not much I can do about it. I think this is going to end up being the next... Well, I don't know which glade actually will be the next one we chop into. Maybe this one. I am glad we're progressing here. Just by people being happy. Because I am concerned about being able to complete pretty much any of these at the rate things are going. I need more human houses. That would have been kind of useful to have before I did this and used up all the stuff to make biscuits. We do have insects, so I can make pigment pretty easily. Let's go ahead and pop somebody in here just to get the ball rolling on this. I think using that for eggs is fine too. Let's limit this to like 30. Limit that to 50. We'll limit this to 50. I don't really have any way to make it at the moment, but once the biscuits do get flowing, it is a good thing. I will definitely use wood because I have pretty much unlimited of that. I just chose a recipe to make pigment with, so let's limit that to 50. I think this is fine to just leave on grain. We could leave pottery. We'll choose barrels even though we don't have any at the moment, just in case we need to do something with that. Let's limit that to 50. I think we can put some people into here. That should start making people even happier. Yeah, we're pretty full up on happiness, even here in the storm. Not completely, but, you know, they're in a pretty good spot. Right. Am I going to get more ancient tablets? I don't know. But the pottery per minute would be really nice. 22 villagers, 30. I can do this, so I'm going to go ahead and select that one. Because I'm already working on it right here. Well, right here. And I'm making the ale over here. Okay, so this is... I don't know, they're unhappy for now, but they'll be fine. Not overly concerned about it. Let's go ahead and get some farm fields built over here. I think that's all the farm fields that are available. I can't quite see under that tree, but I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and move. Let's move this over here. Rotate this back. All right. Let's just keep chopping through all this stuff. I actually should probably just move these guys like into here because they're gonna have to run pretty far anyway. All right, let's erase all this. Focus on getting into that glade, and then we'll come back and chop all this stuff out. All right, do we want more people? I need roots. I'll take more people. I'll take crowded houses just because it takes care of all the housing for me without me building more housing. And then we have the service buildings, so really I just need to build a bunch more decorations, and I should be... All right, so it's 8 of that. Eight of that. It's probably more than I need. I think I just needed 4 more of that, but let's do 4 of this guy. Okay. Puts us in a pretty good spot. I have a rain mill. Don't need that. This would give me some recipes that I don't currently have, but I'm not in need of it because I already have the biscuit recipe, which is the most important one. And I'm rebuilding this over here, so I don't need either of those. Don't really need this. Don't really need this. I think I'd rather reroll because what I'm fishing for right now is a way to make a temple. I will take the herbalist camp just because we have a lot of like mushrooms and berries and stuff that we could harvest here. So I do think it's worth doing that. People are super happy overall, so I definitely like that. Okay, so rain mill, I think we can go ahead and I know we built the provisioner over here, but I don't think we actually need the what you call it. Speaking of which, we don't need to make packs of provisions here, packs of building materials. We have better recipes elsewhere, so not that we even need to make any more at this moment, but I don't need this. I just don't need that at the moment. I'm just not going to put anybody in here right now. Just don't need them. We are making tools. Yes. Yes, we're making tools here. So that's all being utilized pretty well. We did tap into the glade here. Let's take a look at what we got. More fertile soil, rain spirit totem, which would reduce the hostility. We have nothing else to use resin on, so that makes sense. Let's go ahead and do that. We have some more fertile soil here. We can go ahead and chop that out. That should be perfectly fine. I do think maybe we need to build another warehouse over here. And then we can kind of build up a small farm over here as well. Get more flour, which will yield more ale and yada yada yada. Everything will kind of cascade down and be good. Because we need grain. We need grain more than anything. We don't really have a lot of modifiers for grain either. I do need to build a couple more human houses. Like whether or not we have the stuff for it. Because I'd really like to turn this in before I run out of biscuits. So let's go ahead and try to get these up and running sooner than later. Would like to prioritize that. And then we also need to get a small farm going over here. I think the best spot, well, I don't know the best spot for this building yet until we get all the fields exposed. I think later on there's like a homestead or something that has a much bigger range. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Okay, so that gives us a lot more humans, some mushrooms, some more resolve for the humans, which is a good thing. Let's go ahead and put some people into here. You can start harvesting the mushrooms and everything. Okay, so small farm. If I put it here, I lose those back 3. I put it here, well, won't let me put it here, but if I did put it there, I'd lose the 1. Can I destroy this? Will that let me place the building there? It will. So this ends up being the net best option, I think, because I gain all the tiles except for the 1 I had to get rid of. Okay. That's a nasty glade. Don't want that. That's a nasty glade. Don't want that. All right, let's move you guys out of the way. But we can keep chopping into this little glade here. No problem. Let's get this built. Hopefully pretty quickly. Slap some humans into here. Get this rolling. Get some grain. Get some vegetables. It's really close to a warehouse, so it should be overall pretty positive thing. There we go. We get -50. That should lower the hostility a little bit. We should start seeing this go up. That's really dropping down a lot. Like a crazy lot. Okay. Why are we not seeing any ale and leisure being fulfilled? We should definitely be seeing ale. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why we're not. I'm gonna try to get a small farm up and running here quickly. Because then we can start taking advantage of that. That warehouse is close enough to be good enough for this. Let's go ahead and get some humans in here. Get that grain production going. All right. Get that up there. Good enough. Let's go ahead and take a look. I mean, that gives me clay, and I do kind of need clay. Let's look at our next stuff here. Production yields for all packs of goods. I don't need it. Removes 50 corruption. Corruption is not hostility, so that doesn't necessarily matter that much. I don't need... I mean, the coats would be nice, but I don't need anything else. I really want to try to find a temple of some sort. The roots would be super useful here. So I think I will take the herb garden. Is this up to snuff? It is. It's at district here. Okay, so everybody should be pretty happy overall. I question whether this should be a small farm now. I should probably try to make it into something else. Let's pop into this glade here and see what we can do with this. We'll put this down here, move this guy over here. I don't really want more people. I feel like we have plenty, at least for the time being. Let's do this. Use insects, send this to Citadel, get us 10 amber, in case I need the amber for something. I really want to get packs of crops done. If we get another couple ancient tablets, we'll be in a good place. I'm really hoping the ale production starts kicking off. Looks like we're just waiting on the grain to generate. I'm not really sure why it hasn't yet, but now that I have 3 farms up and running, hoping that'll be a thing that happens. I do need to I think I need to cap off this, yeah, because I think it's all being converted to flour, and I need to leave some available to be used for ale, which I think is my current problem. Okay, so we tapped into we got clay deposits, root deposits. These are all very good things. I am going to build another warehouse over here. I think that is definitely worth doing. Let's go ahead and look at this. Resin is fine. I will lower hostility again, no problem. My biggest fear is increased hostility, so I think that ends up being a net benefit for sure. Do I have a stonecutter's camp? I think we should build one. I don't think I had one yet. Nope. Harvester camp, I do have one of those, and I think it makes, well, it's fine there. It's just harvesting this stuff that doesn't really matter too much. This one's closer, at least I can harvest from it. Herb garden grows that stuff, but I need a scavenger camp, which I have working furiously up here gathering eggs. Where was that at? I thought it was over here. It is. Oh, so they tore through those eggs pretty much completely already. All right, let's move this down here. I need the roots in order to finish up this packs of crops. So I think it's better spent over here. And hopefully they can get this done. I can be done with this. That hostility 5 is very concerning. Let's go ahead and get some amber here as well. Guess I need to do some re-rolling. Do I have... Okay, so now I think I actually need people. So let's go ahead and do this. Put some people into here. We are a little low on housing now as a result of that, so let's build a beaver house. And we don't have any lizard-specific housing, so I probably should get that up and running. Okay, we do have a delivery we can turn in. I never did pick an option there, so let's go ahead and do that. Turn that in. Gives us 4 more people. But it does give us some grain. So hopefully we'll start producing some ale here. Oh, I don't have anybody in here doing the work. That would explain a lot. Okay. So that should fix this problem quite a bit. I don't know why we'd be that low on resolve. Like, that's freakishly low. Why did so many people die? What happened? Oh, it's temporarily increased. Oh, God. That was so close to not being a problem. I gotta put more people in here. That is a huge problem. Okay. That is really, really bad. I definitely need people now. Grading per minute's nice, but I do have people. I think I need to lower that hostility. That is, whoa, that is really bad. Okay. Well, where are we now missing people? Because that is going to be problematic for sure. I have people working in here. Need to make sure there's humans in all the farms. There is. Okay. Did this complete? It did. So now we're back down to hostility 2. So I did lose a bunch of people, but it does seem like we're in an okay place. I mean, not here with the impatience. That is definitely problematic. This is working towards being fulfilled. We don't have any religion. I wish their moods were up a little bit higher. Like clothing, leisure, complex food is a problem. Complex food comes from this. And we are getting that. It's just slow. Okay. So I'm hoping this ale will help push us in the right direction. We do have to tap into another glade. And I'm running out of glades to tap into that aren't dangerous. Let's go ahead and move over here. Okay. Let's focus on that glade. There's a building right here, so we should be okay. If I could get some tablets, I could turn that in. This is slowly working in that direction. At least people are happy. I think that is... Well, it's increasing reputation. If I can get the beavers happy... Okay, herbalist camp has nothing that it's harvesting. If I go here, this will let me harvest berries and mushrooms. Okay, we get our next building. I need to re-roll. A cloth here could be nice. Will give me coats. I need coats. Coats would increase people's morale even more. So I think that's probably worth getting. So we'll go ahead and get that going. I'll turn off this other stuff. All right, if I can get... We don't have any fabric currently, so I think we need to unlimit our fabric because we don't have a better fabric recipe, I don't think. So let's just increase this to like 50. I don't know why I didn't turn this plank recipe off. I should have a long time ago. I don't think... Did we ever get a better brick recipe? We did not, so we could increase brick to 20 as well. And just keep that going. Okay, so coats should be in the game relatively soon, and that will keep pressing this. This is going down as a result of people being super happy. And this is going up, so hopefully we'll be able to kind of balance the scales a little bit here. There we go. That's really starting to lower the impatience as a result of them, all three of them being maxed out. So we did pop into a glade. Haunted beaver house and a leaking cauldron. Okay, so leaking cauldron's just going to destroy food, which is fine, but it will potentially lower resolve, which can be problematic. I think I'm going to send this to Citadel. This global resolve could be nice, but the resolve really isn't that big of an issue. Spark Dew. This could be good. I don't really want to deal with that, I don't think, so... Yeah, that did lower resolve a little bit because it's deleting some of the good food. All right, this is our last building. Okay, a temple. This is what I need. Okay, temple is exactly what I needed. So we are going to move this over here and this over here. We are going to slap down this temple. We're going to extend this road. And then as soon as this is done, we should be able to use this for making people happy. Okay, I need ale. I need 30 ale. Why do I not have 30 ale? Because I don't have any pottery. Okay, I need pottery. Or barrels. Okay, I think we're going to have to do something here with the barrels. Oh yeah, I went way overboard with the tools. I regret saying earlier that I don't need to cap them. I definitely should have capped them. And now I have. The good thing is I can, you know, buy a bunch of stuff with them. This doesn't matter that much, although that extra food is nice. This doesn't matter that much. Is there any thing that kind of moves the needle on what I need? This gives me extra scrolls, so that's probably worth doing. I need more people. Ultimately, I don't think it's going to matter. I think things are going to progress, and we'll be fine without completing any more of these, but I was kind of holding on to the idea that we would complete some more orders. Actually, this temple's really close to being finished. Are they done? Are they done with this? Yeah, they're done with this. Well, mostly done with this. We're so close. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. Lower hostility. Thank you, sir. That should push us over the edge. Hopefully. It stopped. Oh no. Not this close. Why are they not building this? I have it set to like priority 3. Get this done, dudes. I need this done. Oh, there's nobody available because they're all doing this stuff. All right, that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna just take a couple woodcutters out to make somebody available to work on this building, because that's gonna tip us over the edge. Just get that temple done. I can turn that in, and we're done. Harvester camp, no deposits nearby. We'll just pop you over there. Here we go. Temple is going up. Temple's up. Slap our boys in there. I got rid of the scrolls. No. Okay. So we were so close. So close, yet so far. Okay, I need scrolls. I can definitely get scrolls. I'm making scrolls right now. So let's actually increase the limit to 75 so we go a little bit over 50, because we're going to be using them here to provide education to people. How is... All right, we do need some more people here if we're going to do barrel production. Let's go ahead, put some people in here, start working on barrel production. We'll limit this to like 75. Should be fine. Okay. Should do it. There we go. Couple close calls there, but overall it worked pretty well. Look at this, level 12. Look at that. Got all sorts of stuff there. Perfect. So we did get 29 artifacts, 60 food, 14 machinery. Lot of XP there. Everything went really, really well. So it got a little dicey there closer to the end. I screwed up because the biggest mistake I made in that playthrough was I triggered a Glade event that carried into the storm by like 5 seconds. And that Glade event happened to bump the hostility up to 5, which was the point where every 15 seconds it started just killing off my villagers. So if I had started that Glade event 5 seconds earlier, it wouldn't have been an issue because it lowered hostility, and we wouldn't have ever been at hostility 5. So that was kind of the mistake I made there. And what almost led to our downfall. It very quickly raised the I keep forgetting the name of it. The red bar. It very, very quickly raised that. But thankfully we were able to kind of scale that back down and recover from it. So there we go. Finished a veteran playthrough. And that I think overall went pretty well. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel to see more content in the future. And I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.